living example of you can get punched in the face and get back up, because I'm the modern day Aztec warrior.
Sound cave.
Welcome back to MMA Underground, your favorite part of Tuesday. I want half the dynamic duo killing it, known as Buddy V, with the one and only.
Sam K. And shit, man, we got two phenomenal guests in the building. All the way from Streetbeefs West Coast. We got the one, the only, Baby Broly in the building.
Hey, let's go. I
And
appreciate you guys.
and all the way from Streetbeefs Scrapyard, we have the one, the only, the chef.
Booyah.
What up,
How y'all
y'all?
doing tonight? So,
Everybody chill.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Oh, so I was saying earlier backstage, I want to start off with one thing we got to bring up to the viewers watching, and to you, Baby Broly, to you, the chef. I was kind of curious of your thoughts on this gentleman who was a Russian gentleman. He was a professional MMA fighter and a professional Muay Thai fighter. Recently made a debut in the world of boxing. And as he was making his debut, he was very obviously outclassed by his opponent. And in his frustration, ended up coming up and then knocking the dude out with the head kick. And I mean, clean, straight up, clean pivot. I mean, it happened in a matter of half a second. This was a very practiced kick, and he knocked him out cold in the ring, walked out, and he's not allowed in. He's banned from boxing for life. And I'm just kind of curious what you guys thought about, like, because that's insane. You obviously know the rules. You're in a professional fight. This is your profession. So
Yeah, I actually did get to see that. That was very crazy, and yeah, it's just something you don't do, especially in the boxing business. It's just not something you do. So that's a trip. But man, how do you guys feel? Do you feel like they took it too far by stripping that away from him?
In my opinion, I'm just gonna throw it out there. If you have fought cross-platform MMA, kickboxing, and now you're making your boxing debut, you should have the control as a martial artist to be able to decide if you're gonna head kick somebody in the middle of a boxing fight. You know you're boxing. You got boxing shoes on. You're in a boxing ring. That's me personally. But I mean, heat of the moment. Whatever. That guy, he kicked that guy on purpose. He decided to kick that bro in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. That under no circumstance should have happened in a boxing match. Yeah,
it goes to show the type of person he truly is too. It's like, wow, okay, when you are losing, instead of just taking it like a man, like we all take our L's here and there, and instead of that, you want to go and cheat. Oh, okay, yeah, you can get the hell out.
not only that, but it shows like how they deal with pressure, or how they don't deal with pressure. You know, it's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. But that's a perfect transition because I mean we could talk about debuts for these awesome fighters right here. So I know the chef, your debut against Nah G. I mean you were calm. You came in there, and I know I was gonna ask you about your training too because you look like you had some preparation leading up to that fight. I mean, you want to talk about some of that training and
Bro,
the
you want
fight?
to know the truth? The truth about the preparation to that fight is, I'm sure you guys are, you guys know maybe the Backyard Bastards from the Streetbeefs Scrapyard branch. It's a little group there. I met up with them off of Facebook. They were like, we're in the Vancouver area, come train. So the week of that event, that fight week, I met up with them on, I believe the Sunday prior to the event, and they were telling me, come fight, even if you lose, it's fun. So essentially up until that point, me hanging out with the Backyard Bastards, I was just training with my little brother, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, in the backyard, just sparring, hitting mitts. Me and my little bro, he's about like 14, 15, and they told me to go fight at Streetbeefs. I was hyped. I didn't even know Streetbeefs was here in Washington, bro. So I was just like, let's fucking go, bro.
That's awesome, man. And how old are you, bro? Because you don't look too far from 14 yourself.
Yeah, bro. I just turned. I'm freshly 18, man. I'm freshly
Yeah.
18.
Okay. Okay. Well, shit, man. You have to say you're just starting off, man. Like you've got great potential. I believe that your first fight, I put you in the Fire Five segment that I do on my show, and yeah, bro, you definitely have a lot of potential fighting the champ in your next match. You want to talk about that?
Bro, that was scary. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Steve, I was supposed to do a maybe kind of an exhibition type kickboxing with Soul Kim. Everybody knows Soul Kim, great combatant. He's a warrior, bro, sportsman, all that good stuff. I was supposed to do an exhibition kickboxing with him, and then Steve kind of just came up and asked me, Fire Chicken, if I wanted to have a challenge for that day, and I was like, dude, I'm never gonna turn a fight down. I'm never gonna tell nobody no. So I said, hell yeah, and I went and fought lights out. No game plan, just head down and swung for the fences.
Hey, man, you went the distance with the
Yeah, bro,
champ.
that guy, he's got pressure for the days, bro. I never felt that before in my life. So it was good to get that out the way early.
That's a good segue because if anyone knows Broly, Broly brings the pressure. Uh, you want to talk a little bit about your last fight, man, and what went down?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was pretty dope. I actually enjoyed that one. It was a banger. I actually, I talked to a couple people around the fucking the cage and was asking what should I do, how should I come around this, and I even talked to Tiny Tank and he said to bring the original Broly, so that's what I did. And I feel like I'm gonna have to do the same thing for this next fight coming up. I'm gonna go against Kong, so shout out to Kong. Can't wait. I'm excited for that.
Banger.
For sure, it's gonna be a banger.
I'm fired. Hey, all right. Well, man, no, that was the one versus Skipper. Was your most recent one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that was. I was watching that earlier today. I was just like, okay. As soon as it was done, nobody was around, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna watch it twice. Repeat.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
man, I had to step in on that one. Uh,
Mhm.
you know, shout out to Skipper. He put up he did what he could. You know,
Yeah.
but man, you've been on a roll, bro. Even before Skipper, and that was at the 4 year anniversary, correct? You and Skipper.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Even before that, you put on a hell of a show with the other guy that you fought. He was a big fellow as well.
Chungus. Big
Yeah,
Chungus.
yeah,
Longest fight.
bro.
Yeah. That one was it was a lot harder because he was taller, so it was kind of
Right.
hard to get to him and give him that right hook or that right jab or whatever the case was. So it's a little harder for tall people, but I like breaking down monsters because that's just what we do here. So I can't wait for this next one. And eventually, I do want to go against Grizzly. I just don't feel like I'm there yet. But eventually, I for sure would love to fight with him, get a little sparring or get the real thing down.
Shout out to Grizzly. He was on the show not too long ago, and yeah, he's a beast too.
Yeah, I like his fighting style. He's real technical. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's strong. I was gonna say like with Chungus, I felt like I really got to appreciate your power because since he was taller, I felt like some of those you were kind of like reaching, and then all of a sudden when you hit those body, I could just see you just oomph, oomph, and I was just like, okay, bro, baby, bro. And yeah, you broke him down, man. That was a crazy fight to watch. Like,
You really got to see him think through that fight, though, because like he said, he had to kind of like, how do I get to this guy? You know what I mean? And you saw him adapt mid-fight, which was impressive, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know that. Like, I'm gonna say you could do some crazy bangers, even with your debut versus El Jaguar. The Jaguar. I was gonna ask, with one of the who are some of the tougher opponents that you faced in the street beef community. I mean, you
Yeah.
got
So far, he's on top so far. That was man. It felt like I was fighting myself. So I shout out to him too, El Jaguar. Shout out to you, bro. You did your thing out there. We'll for sure have a rematch one day.
Both of y'all, man. I'm not gonna lie, like that was probably the hypest moment in West Coast history. Like that moment you guys had, I never heard the crowd as loud as they
The
were.
crowd was so loud. It was
The
crazy.
energy, bro. It was incredible.
Yeah, that day was phenomenal. You will never forget that day. I know. I
And then
won't.
seeing you pooped after the fight, my man had his blunt off to the side. You know, this shit was
Bro.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm just glad. I'm glad I didn't chuck. I haven't chucked yet. Knock on wood. Hopefully I don't. But hey, that shit. Hey, it's serious when you go in that cage and you go at it. Man, that stamina goes down quick. That's all I know. So
All I
that's
know
what I'm
is,
working on. Yeah, cardio is key.
all I know is,
That's right.
hey,
We gotta get a session going too, soon. Whenever you got time.
probably at the event, bro, because I don't really train with people like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah, just looking out for my health and everything. But for sure
Straight up.
at the event. And to answer you guys' question in the comments, Lazy Bone, going as Lazy Bone.
Yeah. Speaking of people we've trained with, have you guys seen the Pillar's hand and what happened to him at work? Oh my! So he hit a table saw, and I thought it was just his hand he cut.
Bro, as
From
soon as
about
you
right,
said saw,
from right here to the top, all the way past his wrist, cut
whoa.
so deep, his thumb, like his whole hand was just in half. You could see into like his finger. It was like I had to I couldn't look away for 2 seconds because I just had to was like, is this really real? And holy crap! So shout out to Pillar because I love that you got to get in that cage. You got heal up good, man. Heal up strong.
Nah, bro, what's the conclusion? Like you can't just what happened?
He ended up going to the hospital, so that's how I saw the more detailed photos because it was just a picture of blood. Later, the doctor let him take one when everything was cleaned up, so you could see like the tendons were cut, everything like fully slipped on. And then afterwards, he had a big cast glove thing that was probably like 6 inches off each way. So I think they might have been able to reconnect it because it looked like they had the shape, but I haven't seen any progress. I gotta hit him up. I was just like, oh, this happened like yesterday or something like that. I think.
That's wild.
I talked to him about it, and he said that it'd probably take a couple weeks for it to heal up. He sent me a video of it, bro. It's the most nastiest thing I've ever seen. I'm not even trying to say nothing, bro. But like, I don't know how he's toughing that out. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
It can't be just a couple weeks. Like it's not just a couple weeks. Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, JC. Yeah.
You seen it, Jay? Fuck, bro. I saw it in my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
For real. Me too. I was actually picturing it in my head.
bro.
Dude. Well, my bad. We'll bring it back.
Good,
I was
you're
gonna.
good.
So
Yeah. It's the
I know
Mayweather.
the chef. When I was watching your fight versus the bully, it was a very technical match. And hearing that you're 18 piques my interest even more as to are you going to try to pursue amateurs and make your way to eventually become a professional boxer? Or are you going to try to explore different? Let's hear it.
Dude, I have no clue. I want to do MMA so bad, but I hate grappling, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm doing MMA this weekend, bro. I'm doing MMA this weekend. I'm not trying to brag. I am a one-stripe white belt, so I'm not trying to call anybody out. But you know, I'm not saying be afraid or nothing. But one-stripe white belt, I know that's pretty serious business, y'all. So I'm just saying, watch out. But this weekend, yeah, I'm gonna do some MMA, bro. Hopefully, I'm trying to get that head kick knockout, headshot dead, bro.
Like the
Y'all don't know.
confidence.
I look like a boxer, but I started kickboxing. I'm a kickboxer, so y'all gonna see some cool skills from the chef this week, bro.
Okay. I dig it, man. I dig it. What
Man, I
uh
can't wait.
what made you do boxing and not MMA?
I'm more comfortable getting punched in the face than kicked in the face, so I figured like just kind of
Okay.
testing the waters for my first fight. And I'm just like naturally acquainted to boxing a little bit. Like I feel like
Okay.
I have a more of like a natural ability with my hands. I'd say. Just in I guess terms of instinct, slipping, getting out the way and stuff like that. So definitely boxing is like a little bit more safe for me. But I'm trying to get out my comfort zone, get a little bit dangerous this one.
I like it. I like it. So it's like your base, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Dope. Dope. And to Buddy's credit, man, like you fought the bully, man, and that dude, we never saw him before, but just the F&F crew, all those guys, man, are solid, and yeah, to see you deal with that type of pressure and not waver, that was something to see, man.
Yeah, bro, I'll never quit in no fight, and unless I'm getting knocked out cold, which has not happened yet, y'all aren't gonna see the chef tapping out or getting no TKO, getting no, standing 8 count and not being able to continue. None of that, bro. That's not my genes. It's not my heart.
That's right.
Hell yeah, that's respect. That can't be bought. That hell yeah, I can dig that. Damn. I'll just say some of my favorite matches, yeah, they keep flowing. I mean, once it goes, it's almost like just watching like a chess match almost. You just see it where bam, bam, the back and forth, the rolling, MMA, boxing. That's why I love doing this too, because then I get to watch the evolution too. Because now we're talking to you with only a handful of fights under your belt, and then we are going to be able to talk to you in the future one day when you got maybe 15 or 20, or you have been pursuing a bigger career too. I mean,
And that's all credited to y'all, man. That's credited to y'all. It's credited to the Scrapyard, all that shit. Like, I honestly, I would have never seen myself coming out and fighting at Streetbeefs if I didn't know it was here in Washington, bro. Like, straight up. So I'm real happy to be able to like be in the community and be accepted as one. Like, it's dope.
Were you aware of Street Beefs before Scrapyard?
Bro, I've been watching Streetbeefs since I was like 10 years old, bro, on YouTube. Straight up. Me and my
So,
brother were obsessed with Streetbeefs for like so long. We used to live in Texas, so we'd only watch YouTube all day. We ain't got nothing to do, and we just watch Streetbeefs for hours, bro.
that's dope.
Yeah, that's fire.
damn, it's 5 in the morning already. No.
That's how it be, man.
It really is.
Now, I'm curious because I want to hear with different opinions too from each of you. What is it really that drives you to come out and fight, to put yourself in the cage, to put yourself out there, to push yourself to the limits that most people would not even consider? You want to start, baby bro?
I just like it. I love fighting. I've always boxed with my friends back in the day in high school, in middle school. I used to go to Western, so I knew a lot of people that used to fight. So and then at one point I was doing that in my backyard. I was boxing, and then come to find out they actually made it a thing. And then one day I happened to ask the right person. I asked Killer B what he did, and he told me he did this stuff, and I was very interested, and he told me I could come spar with him, and it took flight from there.
Shout out to Killer B, man. We
Yeah,
miss you,
that's
bro.
my boy. That's my boy.
So, man, I wanted to ask, bro, gearing up for your fight this weekend, Kong is no pushover. He's had some pretty tough battles, but he's also coming off of a TKO. What do you see? What do you foresee in this fight right here?
Oh, I see a battle, but I feel like I don't want to say nothing, you know. I just know it's gonna be good. I just gotta work on this cardio like I have been, and I just gotta go all in. Just gonna give it a good, there to have a good time. That's it. No hard feelings, no nothing.
When Baby Broly is training, does he study footage? Are you watching?
I do
Yeah,
watch
okay.
footage. I do
Okay.
watch footage for sure. So I do watch every single one. If they have multiple, I'll make sure I watch all of them. I'll start from the beginning and work the way up to see progress, to make sure I don't miss nothing. So yeah, for sure, I check it out. At first, I didn't like my first two fights. I didn't know who I was fighting, so I never got nervous or nothing. But pretty much on the moment, when it comes down to it, if I see them like practice or something, I can tell just by that moment. So I'm excited.
Yeah, you made a name for yourself, so now you can get that matchup, you know, name versus name, and have
And
a go ahead.
on top of that, I actually I talked to Martin and I talked to Isaac, and I asked if I can actually bring my own photographer. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna have
Nice.
my own guy, my own little crew to record the fight. So,
Nice.
and if you guys are interested, maybe any of you guys want to get something going, you guys can definitely talk to him and let him know. He I don't know
These
if you
guys
guys
are in
follow me.
Washington. These guys are in Washington.
Yep, that's true, but still, he'll make it happen or something. Or if you guys ever do come down here, yeah. So I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. Trying to get that going.
So,
That's gonna be fun. And would you, D Chef, would you travel to another yard? Because I mean, it's like we say on the show, it's like unlockable stages on a video game.
Hell no, bro.
I'm
I'm never
saying,
gonna do that, bro. Of course, hey man, hey, let me get a couple paychecks saved up. I got some crazy news. I'll say something about it in a little bit, but I'm saving up a little bit of money. Hey, bro, one of these events, I'm definitely coming down, bro. We gotta hook it up. Y'all are gonna see some crazy shit, just some hybrid branching from the chef, bro.
that's right. And same thing with us. I for sure want to go to the other events, for sure.
Yeah, bro. It seems like every
I want
community
to go
brings
to
its
the,
own like.
yeah, for sure. I want to go to the hot box and then the OG yard. That mat looks cool.
I'm still
yeah,
mad. I never got to fight in the OG yard. The time I went, right before I broke my hand, I was like, no. I'll be back
What?
one day though.
Yeah.
you never been to the hot box, Broly?
No.
Okay.
I was supposed to, and some personal shit happened, and I missed the event. But man, I can't wait. I for sure do want to go.
Yeah, there should
Yeah.
be next year, I believe, at least 4 events, at least. So there'll be opportunities. That's one of the
And
cages you got to be at.
yeah, for sure. Another good reason why I want to do this is because my first fight I came to, we had the what was it called, the Hall of Fame. I actually want one of those. So that's another big reason why I want at least 10 fights or more. So I want one of those. Those things are badass.
Goals. Yeah, I can see you in that jacket for sure.
I
Yeah.
look pretty nice, you know. I go crispy, go out, you know, just flex a little bit. Little stretch marks on the arms every time you just,
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Well, it was funny because I know as we brought up earlier how the different areas are like almost like levels on a video game. I was curious if you guys were your own video game, because sometimes we gotta ask these fun, outlandish questions, what would be your signature move or two? I'm curious. Yeah.
You go first.
All right, bro. Signature move, bro. First one, I wanted to hit that flying triangle. Bro, I want to hit a flying triangle, bro. I'm trying to train that up. If I can hit a flying triangle in any situation, training, you know, fighting, sparring, I feel like that'd just be sick, first of all. And then probably my second move would be like just a roundhouse, bro. Just a regular, you know, right roundhouse.
Okay.
It'd be so
I
clean.
dig it. I dig it. Broly?
Alright, so there's probably like 3 different ones out for sure. One of them would be that just that one hitter quitter. That would be a dope one. Just get that one
But what is
knockout.
it? What is the one hitter quitter?
It would probably be either the Superman punch. Try to get that going. Is that even legal in
No,
boxing?
no.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I mean, I
Alright.
probably wouldn't say something, to be honest, but you're not gonna see that in. Typically, you're not gonna see that in professional boxing.
Right, exactly. No, just making sure.
But do it.
But I mean, it is street beef, right?
Hey.
Okay. And then I think it's a Godzilla punch, one where you you do the hook thing. Like, it's a little different, but that thing is fire.
Gotta look that in.
Yeah, check it out, bro. So it's almost like a nice solid hook, and you gotta lean with it. You gotta like jump with it. That thing's badass. So something like that, or even an uppercut. Yep.
The gazelle hook.
The gazelle hook.
Yeah, that's a leaping hook.
Oh, yep. You gotta whack.
My man said Godzilla.
Yeah, no, that's how I heard it, and that's what I heard. I was like, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. It might be something different.
Mhm. But yeah, so anything like that, either a hook or an uppercut, just get them going, for sure.
So, okay, we gotta hear what you got, man. What's your super move?
I'll probably never be able to use it again, but my signature, man, and I was planning on doing it in my Muay Thai fight, but the guy was a little bit smaller, so I didn't want to be that guy. But it's basically a jumping, spinning elbow to the body. So it's like you start in the air and then you spin into the rib. As you're coming down, you spin into the rib.
Yeah. Okay.
So no matter what you're doing, I'm out of the way and I'm in. Yeah. Anyway.
You're going in there.
Yeah.
For sure.
You give it all the way. All right.
Yeah, because I'm spinning with the momentum.
I can picture that with a little tornado coming like, bam! Man, see, I don't know why. I just picture I want to do it like, kind of like the video game where I just kick it right out their leg. I kick their calf so hard their leg would fly out, and right as their leg's coming back out, I'd pull it right back and just get right in the solar plexus so hard that they shoot back and they hit whatever against the wall or whatever, and just. Yeah.
It's a good combo.
Okay.
Right.
2-piece and we're done.
Yeah.
Exactly right. You just boom, just hold it there, for dramatic effect.
Yeah. Speaking of 2-piece, how did we get the name The Chef? The Chef.
Bro, honestly, I had a couple names cooked up, if I'll say that, but I went with The Chef because a couple of the guys from the Backyard Bastards, they wanted me to go out as the cook, but I figured the cook sounded a little bit too, dive bar, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm cool. It's cool to be the cook, but it'd be cooler to be the chef, bro, you know what I'm saying? Because you be chopping it up, you be chefing it up, and you could cook all day long, bro, but if you're a chef, that's top level.
I want to say the chef is above the cook.
And I can cook like a motherfucker, too.
He's too healthy. If you ever seen his fights, he's too healthy to be out there cooking meth. Don't do that to him. Don't do that to him.
Bro, I'm not that screwed up yet with the monies, bro.
No, dang. Oh man,
But that's dope, man. That's dope.
he's cooking with the hands. I like it. Wow.
Whipping it up.
Chef,
Yeah,
do
baby Broly.
you have a fight out there?
So, what was that?
Do you have a fight out there?
Like at Streetbeefs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 3.
Okay, I'm gonna check them out. I haven't checked.
They're
I
pretty
haven't
good.
checked out.
I got my ass whooped the last 2 times, but it was cool though. Like I learned from it, so.
Exactly. As long as you can admit it, bro, that's it takes heart, you know.
Hey, plus,
to
bro,
be able
it's
to
a good
come
feeling
back.
when you know you can get beat up, because it's like, damn, I can get beat up. Cool, I can last.
Exactly.
My man, he fought the champ, and then right after the champ, he fought basically like a amateur up and coming pro. So
Yeah, he's Golden Gloves, bro. I didn't know that. I went to his Instagram, found out that guy's been fighting Golden Gloves, all that business. So I was pretty like, yes, I didn't get knocked out.
Yeah, that's a cool feeling.
Hardest hitter I ever fought, hands down, no lie.
Okay.
It looked like he do some umph in it and shit. Hey, that means you hang with the best of the best, man. Yeah.
Hey, bro, the best is blessed. Hopefully Saturday he knocks out Ilya. Doesn't throw that out there, but you know what they say, bro.
And you're fighting during the day, or you're because I know there's a couple night fights. As soon as I get off of work, I'm zooming there.
come on.
Oh,
I'm gonna
there's 2
fight
night
twice.
fights?
I'm gonna fight MMA during the day, and I'm gonna do a night fight too.
Okay.
Yep. I was gonna do 2
Like it.
fights the last event I went to, but nobody was like lined up to fight after that. Like everybody kind of already had their fight and all that. So
That's pretty cool. A night fight? I haven't heard of that.
it's gonna be cold, bro.
Yes.
They done a few over at Scrapyard.
It's fun.
Shout out Scrapyard. Y'all go like and subscribe out there. And yeah, buddy, you had didn't you fight at the last night event?
I fought, the night fight. I had the first night fight, and man, it was 32 degrees, and you could feel the sting of the kick. But yeah, it's cool, you know. That's that fun at night.
All right, hold on. You said 32 degrees.
Yeah, that was too cold for me. Hey, they had the heater out. Everyone's sitting there like, "Whoo!"
Y'all should have had a
everybody
rematch.
get back in the cars.
Y'all should have had a rematch just off of those conditions.
Exactly. It was very chill. Like, damn, but hey, it's all good, you know. Because now I'm gonna be more prepared. I'm gonna start training at night. I'm gonna run in like a speedo, so when I go fight, I'll be used to it. Just kidding. I don't want to get arrested for public indecency.
No, I'm just training, bro. I swear.
What party you going to? You going to a party?
Training for something bad, bro.
Crazy Legs. I wish I had Crazy Legs confidence. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Crazy Legs the one.
He's got it figured out though. If he's fighting any night fights with the onesie, bro, I can't guess it gets too cold in that thing, bro. Cause he fights like that in the day. Like he fought Dad in that thing. Oh, bro, I could not ever imagine.
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that.
I think that's like a minus 20 on the gas tank. Gotta be, bro.
Yeah. In the West Coast, we got a guy, Husky. He fights in a dog suit. And he's super crispy. Like, he's a good fucking boxer, bro. But you can tell every fucking fight, his costume is wearing on him. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, why?
Damn, especially with that weather, that heat. Fuck that. I don't know.
But since we're on the topic of costumes, guys. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, buddy.
No, it's all you.
What are we wearing for the next event, guys? People are dressing up. We doing anything?
I've been thinking about it, but I haven't had the chance. I've been going through financial little shit, but other than that, I just came up on a job. I might be able to get paid before the event, so I might be able, hopefully, dress up. I seen that one of my homies had a mask, the fucking Halloween mask, so I was gonna, I got inspired by you real quick. I was gonna do that, just, something quick so I can dress up, but just I had that financial shit, so I'm trying to figure something out. At least go with something.
Yeah.
So I was gonna be probably either like Jason or fucking or Halloween
Cool.
or Michael Myers for those who are picky.
I'm probably gonna tuck my chef coat from work into the Max Holloway fight kit shorts, bro. Go whip some ass in that, bro.
That'd be tight.
My Dustin Poirier one still ain't came. I ordered that shit 2 months ago, bro. I'm about to file a complaint with Venom, bro. They're screwing me on the money, bro.
Come on, Venom.
I like
Yeah,
Venom.
I
I
guess-
have a lot of Venom shit too. And Everest.
I think I got one pair of Venom gloves somewhere. All black.
Right there.
Yeah,
Bam.
mine's right there. My
Nice.
Clean.
Nice.
Venom.
Have my first
Damn.
hard sparring session in a pair of Venom gloves, bro.
Yeah, you gotta break them in right, you know.
Yeah, I
Right?
got my ass whooped, bro.
I
Damn.
usually I buy new gloves every match, and then I try to have them sign it. So I was able. The last event, I had a bunch of people sign it. It was pretty fun. And then the first gloves from when I fought Big Chungus, I got them signed up too.
Dope, man.
That's a
Do you
crazy
just
idea.
you make those just like a collector item, or do you actually still use them?
Nope, collectors. I put them up. They just been hanging on my wall.
That's dope.
No,
That's dope.
so I got like
That's
4.
genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Make
sure.
your own trophies.
Exactly. On this one, I believe I got you on there somewhere for sure.
I believe I do remember you asking me to sign something before. I don't know if it was gloves or not, but
Yeah. I got Tiny Tank. I got Free Smoke. I got Diesel, Knight Rider.
the G's.
I got Sad League. Fuck. Little something. Yeah, I got a few. It was dope. That was my first after party too, so that was fun.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
How many fights do you
Man, I
have,
remember.
bro? Oh, sorry.
I got 4.
Oh.
4. I'm going for 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'll just say, this is a time of the show when I have to bring up something super awesome. I always love to ask, but BKFC, and I'm especially curious with you, Chef, because I mean, being so young, I know a lot of people would prefer to preserve their career, but as we saw with Kai Stewart stepping in there, 19 years old, straight out of college, he was whooping ass. I mean, yeah, and I feel like, we got to hear it in
Hey,
words.
this is an official call out. Whoever that dude is, nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Current world champion, man.
Fuck that. I'm good.
He's
bro.
on next week, bro.
Straight up, I signed up to do the BKFC tryouts, not the ones that they have in Philly. It was a little bit too soon for me being on November, I think the 4th or November, this upcoming November. But I signed up for the next BKFC tryouts. I'm definitely trying to go over there and show them what I got.
It's fun. I went there with a handful of the people from the Scrapyard, and it's cool. The first hour makes you feel really special because they're taking photos. You got to pose, take your shirt off. They're like, "Here, this way, flex that way, flex this way." You're like, "Yeah." But no, it's sweet because you got a whole it's like an hour and a half worth of full training because they want to see where you're at, cardio wise, where your everything else is at. Then I know there was a couple people that kind of weaned off, and then after that, when you hit pad work, bag work, they're checking your technique, which is crazy. And then the sparring, it's supposed to be light, friendly sparring to show technicality, but come
You're
on,
sparring with guys that want to do bare knuckle boxing, bro. Ain't gonna be nothing light about it.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's fun though. It's crazy fun.
I'm trying to do that for sure, bro. I think I would go give some of those guys definitely not a run for their money because I'm still pretty underdeveloped, maybe in the technical factory. But I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep getting in there, bro. And I definitely know that if I went there and did some trials, I'll show them what I got. I think they'd be pretty impressed. My boxing's only getting better too. I tell you, since I fought Bully, only a month from there to now, Bro, I'm looking crispy.
I like it.
That's right.
I wanted to ask Broly, man. This fight will make your 5th fight. We're coming into the new year after this month. This will be the last event of the year for us. Do you see yourself getting to the 10 fight mark for the Hall of Fame next year? Is that something we can see next year, or are you going to space it out? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can barely hear you, Broly. Yeah. Buddy, can you hear anything?
I can hear Samke and I can hear the chef. I cannot hear Baby Broly.
Yeah, it's you, Broly.
Earlier, it was like a little muffled. Do you have to turn your phone sideways, maybe?
It's still muffled.
Dang, see, technical difficulties. Dang.
You don't hear nothing, Broly? Yeah, we don't hear you at all.
You know ASL, bro?
All right, and there you go. I can hear you guys.
You can hear?
Yeah.
What did I ask? Bro, I spaced out.
Oh, about 10 years, about if you're to space stuff out with
So-
these fights.
So this will make your 5th fight, right? This weekend
Yep.
with Kong. And we're coming up on the new year, this being the last event of the year. Do you see yourself getting on the Hall of Fame list next year with 5 more fights, or do you plan on spacing it out further?
No, I'm for sure get it. I for sure want to be on the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So if I couldn't be on the first one, I'm gonna be on the next one. So
Yeah.
for sure. Since you guys dropped it, I motivated myself to try to get it into the next one. That's what I had in my head that I wanted to do when I was sitting on the other side when you guys were handing out those jackets. I was like, I for sure want to get this. I want to be in the next Hall of Fame for sure. So that is my goal.
Dope.
And another thing that I pretty much haven't talked to anybody about, only Tank, is it's crazy. I want to do a 60-man Shark Tank.
60 men he wants.
Some
Yeah.
grizzly.
Whoa.
60? Do you know 60 people? I don't know 60 people, bro.
Shit, you can send them back in multiple, whatever.
Oh, you want wave after wave. You want a 60-rounder Shark Tank, basically.
Yes, I wanna set the bar high. You know,
Damn.
I want to do that. So I thought that would be really dope.
I think Viking has the total, or has the most with like 24,
Oh, there's 20. See, okay.
22, 24, something like that. One of you Scrapyardians can correct me if you guys know, but
About right there, yeah. I would puke if I was like halfway there. You know, that's like 12 people I throw up.
and what Tank
All
say?
right.
What Tank say?
He said that would be dope. He said
Okay.
it could be possible.
All I'm saying is,
Yeah. For sure.
because that's a tall order for me.
Go for a run.
So that's a tall order.
Yeah.
Now, with that being great advice, it actually brings me to a really great question I had for each of you to kind of pick your brain. Is not just with styles that you study from other fighters, but are there any fighters you do enjoy watching, whether it be in like a specific style, MMA, Muay Thai, boxing, or like even if it's just in the Streetbeefs community?
Yep. I actually like looking at Will, Big Will. Big Will is a good person to be watching.
Big Daddy Williams?
Sadly, Coyote, Compa G, Earthly 7, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Battleborn, I like his fight. Jesse, Drax, shout out, my boy. And I think that's about it for now. Those are the people that caught my eye.
All top guys in the West Coast, for sure.
Yes. Yeah, even you, bro. Smoke. You got some shit in there too, bro. You got. Yeah, I've seen your progress too. You came a long way, for sure.
Appreciate you.
Chef?
I would say, are we talking like fighters just in the scrapyard or in general?
Or no, anywhere. It could be pro, amateur, street beefs, wherever you want.
Well, I got a couple that just come to mind right off the top of my head. But first of all, I'm gonna say Viking Warrior, hands down, bro. What's his record, bro? Like what, 24-1?
Something
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
fucking.
It's crazy. He's got a crazy record. That dude, I love Viking Warrior, bro. I watched Viking Warrior since I want to say maybe even his first fight in the scrapyard, or if it was in the scrapyard, I'm not sure what branch it was, but I
It
know I was
was.
watching Viking Warrior for years and years, bro. And just being able to see him like in person, my first event, bro, my mind was blown. I felt like I was being a whole celebrity, bro.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I went to the smoke ranch. That shit was crazy. The first thing I did was I went to go shake everybody's hand that I had been seeing on the videos. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
bro,
I
it's
gotta.
Yeah.
crazy.
Real talk. I remember he's not lying. I remember him, he was just chilling out, watching the fights, came up to me, much respects. And it was to the point I didn't even know my guy was fighting. I thought he was just there like supporting someone or just kicking it. And then all of a sudden, my guy starts putting the gloves on. I'm like, oh shit, wait, this dude I've been kicking it with on the side, like oh snap. And then had a
We
fucking
worked together the whole event too. I remember that.
yeah. When I
I
wasn't
was
repping, I was
right next.
yup, yup.
I
And
remember that day.
yeah, man, you made history, man. You made history with that fight too. So it was crazy, man. I was like, damn, I had no idea. Homeboy right here was like, okay, yeah, that was fight of the day.
Yeah, that shit was tight. I wish I got the gloves because I heard we were gonna get the gloves, but I never got them. I was kind of sad. I was like, damn.
Mm.
But I'll get them one day.
Yeah, just holler at Tank, man. Holler at Tank. I'm
Yeah.
sure he can find a pair for you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. I've seen Tank's progress. Man, that shit is so good too. Tank's progress has been phenomenal. His headwork has been so dope.
An
For
inspiration
sure.
too, just with his lifestyle, just everything he's doing. It's like holy shit, you just see a
Yeah,
whole transformation.
the
Mhm.
weight loss, the soberness, the technicality of his fight style. Everything is improved, and you see it. You see
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Man,
Do
now
you at least
what?
do you? Oh, my bad.
No, go
Yo,
ahead, go
Smoke.
ahead,
Do
go
you
ahead.
still go to those on Sundays?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like I said, I don't really train with people like that no more. I did for a little bit. And they were cool. They were cool for sure. And definitely, even with that, seeing this progress with that, you know what I mean? Um, he really grew and really became consistent with that, and really started making almost like a little just with that little situation. So yeah, it's dope.
Mhm.
Got his own fight team now. So yeah,
Yeah, that's fire.
yeah.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Columbia River Jiu Jitsu, man, Reptilian top team. So when we're on our path to a fight, we have to train real hard. And one of the things that when we train is most people, not everybody, listen to music. And I'm curious if you're gonna put some music on while you're training, whether you're running, or if you're hitting weights. Is there like an artist, a genre, any sort of what are you gonna put on?
Good question.
Back in the day when I was younger, I actually did karate, and we used to listen to Eye of the Tiger. So that
Yeah.
one's a good little motivational one. Or even the Rocky. I'll just put the songs on, and I'll go till the music's done. You know, like
Yeah.
we all do. Always go to the music. That's our timer right there. When the music stops, that's when we take our minute break.
Exactly.
I
Damn.
listen to rain sounds, bro. I just put rain sounds in my headphones and train till, I get bored or tired. I just listen to some nice ambient, some relaxing, calming nature noises, that kind of shit.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't thought of rain sounds, huh? I'll have to try that.
I love rain, bro. I love rain, and it's so good being in Washington because it's always raining. But rain's my favorite weather, bro. Summer can fuck that off all the time.
Yeah, rain is cool. I like that.
I dig it.
So,
Somke, what are you training to, man?
Man, it just depends on what I'm feeling at that day for that section. Typically, I want something that's a little bit more intense, something that's
yeah, I
you
agree
know,
with
that,
that. I can
yeah,
vouch
it
for
gets you in the
that.
mind frame of attack. Aggressive, I should say. Aggressive music. I get the ambient. I get because that's good for your mental. That's good for your mental and technical. But I like to get in the mind frame of attack, aggression. So it just depends on the day.
Hell yeah. I like it where if I'm doing some shorter rounds, I'll do some short songs of like either some rock, metal, or like some hip hop rap, but I'll make them like around 2 to 2.5 minute songs. That way, in between while I'm switching, that's when I'm getting my breaks. But if I'm really gonna be doing some longer work, I'm gonna make sure that
Fuck up, Ryan.
nice,
Damn.
cool. Uh, if I'm
What
doing
I just
longer
thought
ones,
of
what?
Well, that's fucked up.
is that one song from Daredevil that "Wake Me Up Inside."
Yeah,
That one's fire. That's a good little banger right there.
that's a
That's
fun one.
classic.
Hell
Classic. Evanescence. That's classic.
Yeah, see, there you
That
go. You know what
Diddy
I'm
mix
talking about.
though, man.
that's the
Mm-mm-mm.
shit that'll put you to sleep.
Bruh. Hard.
No. Oh, I would say soundtracks, man. That's like the movie soundtracks, like Troy 300, or even some of those anime fight scenes. Put it on, you get a good long thing. You're like, yeah, you start hyping yourself up. You get tired, you're about to take a break, then it gets like all inspirational. You're like, well, shit, I'm even feeling even more inspired now. Yeah.
I do that too sometimes. The soundtracks or the theme songs, for sure.
Hmm.
For sure.
Now, the other question I had too was with training. We don't just incorporate music. Well, I don't know about you, Chef. You say you could cook up pretty good, but I was gonna ask if you have any pre-fight meal rituals where you try to eat a little cleaner, try to make sure that you're nice and fast for the fight before, or does it really matter? Because
Yeah,
I know
bro.
you got a metabolism like.
Right before I fight, bro, I get about 70, $80 worth of McDonald's, bro, and I just load up.
Yeah.
Bro, to be honest though, right before the fight, day
The
before the fight,
McRib
I
is
try to
back.
do like a full
The
24-hour
McRib
water
is
fast.
back.
Only water, bro. Only water. And then the day of the fight, I just try to eat something light. Like I wake up in the morning, maybe do some eggs, do like 2 slices of white bread, and just try to keep it protein. So I'm burning the calories while I'm getting the protein. But yeah, I just try to keep it really simple, really light, really like protein base.
Smart.
A lot of rice.
You said rice?
Yeah, but I got a high body fat, so I got a high body fat percentage. So I'm trying to get it a little bit lower. I can fight at 125. I feel like naturally I should be more 125 than 135, 140. So I'm trying to get there right now. Hopefully, by the next summer, y'all see the chef a little bit more cut, a little bit more lean. I'm gonna be taking my shirt off in my fights. You know what I'm saying, bro?
It looks like
Yeah.
water weight. That's what it looks like. Not like you're out of shape or nothing, but it just looks like what I would suggest, switch over to distilled. That way you're not retaining that water.
All right.
You might have to drink more water or supplement, hydration in other ways, but at least you won't be holding that water, carrying it. You know.
I've never
Yeah.
known that.
No,
What?
that's good advice. I'm gonna
Oh
take
yeah.
that to heart.
Oh yeah. Distilled water doesn't stick to you. But
Wow.
the downside to that is it's not as hydrating as spring or, whatever else, drinking, purified, whatever.
Damn, still, shit, hell yeah, learn something new.
I got that from
I had a
Mayweather.
question. I had a question for Buddy and for Samke. Do you guys have a gym that you guys train at? And like if you do, how long have y'all been training there and all that?
You start, buddy.
I was saying I don't really have a gym. I train with everybody all around, from just meeting up at different parks, or like with Viking Warrior and Fire Chicken, or over here with the Pillar for a while, top team. I even went and trained with like Kratty Guindoff, Mad Dog, and Brick House. So I'd always be meeting with other people at different gyms, trying to really work on that. But just for my schedule, I haven't been able to find a gym consistently. So that's the only downside. I've gone to like a couple gyms with like Tree Marquise that just won a fight, and I got put down at that gym hardcore. That boxing gym is hardcore. Woo! So I've only a couple, but nothing consistent. So that would be fun here in the next year. I know that with everything getting more in line, I might find myself being able to go back.
Yeah, for me, man, I was a part of a gym until the gym got sold. It got bought out. It went into new management, and basically, what ended up happening was the new management came in and tried to clean house. So they got rid of my coach, who, he was the leader of my fight team. They got rid of him, and slowly but surely, they got rid of all the old people that worked there, and they brought in their own fight teams, and it just became a different atmosphere. It was no longer our gym. It was no longer, it no longer had the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And so, me and the fight team, we kind of just like started meeting up and doing our own thing, and time went on, and everybody kind of just branched out and started doing their own thing. Some people found their other gyms. Some people don't fight anymore. Some people do their own thing. So, kind of like me, what I do or what I did was I attempted to find another gym. It just really wasn't the same anymore. So what I basically started doing was just traveling and training with anyone I felt like training with. I would travel to train with people. Some people would come and travel with me and train, and it just became a thing of like, if you want to train, we set a schedule, we do it, and that was that. But like I said, for now, I'm kind of just solo dolo, just for my own, personal reasons.
No respect
Hey,
for
I'm
that.
glad I was able to make it to one of those, one or two. So I appreciate you for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I would suggest though, if you can get into a gym and stay consistent, you can find a good group of people to form a team with, and not like this is officially my team, and I'm now a part of this. So I'm just saying, surround yourself with a good group that can instill good things into you as far as your fight career goes, as far as your technical goes.
If y'all don't mind, that brings me to. I just want to shout out Columbia River Jiu Jitsu, bro. I started training there right after my fight with Lights Out. I met up with a couple of dudes from my last gym. Ended on bad terms with that last gym. It is what it is. It happens. You go through that. You figure it out. Big fucking deal. At the end of the day, I found a really great gym. I found a really great team in Columbia River Jiu Jitsu, Reptilian top team. Dude, my coach Nate, that dude, bro. That guy's a killer, bro. Nate, I want to shout out Slaw. I want to shout out Big Ugly, bro. All those dudes. They get me in preparation for my fights. They get me in preparation. They keep me in shape, keep my head clear, keep me doing what I'm supposed to do. responsible in the gym. I just want to go ahead and take some time to shout them out, let them know, like, yo, y'all are making some big improvements in my game for sure.
So it sounds like you got it. You found it. So
Yeah,
just
they're
stay
the team,
consistent
bro.
with it.
You know.
Consistent.
Now, unfortunately, this is getting close to the time where I have to be the bad guy and say we got to wrap things up. But before we always do that, you know, I was going to ask Samke if you have one last final question for our guests for the evening.
I do have a final question for both our guests, and it's a little different. Nothing usual that I would normally ask. I want to know, because I'm on Sparking Zero. What's your favorite fight game? What's our favorite fight game? Let's go.
Bro, I'm trying so hard to get that shit. I want that shit so bad.
You ain't ready. You ain't ready.
Bro, I ain't, but shit, you gonna get these hands. You're gonna catch them. I'll for sure get your
All right.
Oh, I found out it's not. It don't cross. So what system do you have?
Number 5.
You got 5?
Yeah, PS5.
Yeah.
Team 5 right here. Then we
Let's
good.
go.
Ooh,
Stony all day.
So cool, bro.
Stony all day.
Oh.
I'm trying to get it before the event or within the next couple of days. I am trying to get the game, so I will be hitting you up.
I'm not online just yet. I'm gonna probably hop on like in December or so. But we definitely gonna run it. We'll run it.
Yeah, sure.
Until you get it though, what would be your favorite? Give us a favorite.
My favorite game for me, and it was still a Dragon Ball Z. It was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. That one right there, man, will let you fight some real shit right there.
That's one of them ones.
That one right there was so dope.
Yeah.
Before it started getting easier and a little more technical and shit, but those combos and that fighting style of Budokai 3 was dope. And even Tenkaichi 2 and 3 were pretty dope too. I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely.
Having the 3D or the
Absolutely.
360 and all that. Once they brought that was a game changer. But Budokai 3 is my top, and then Tekken and Street Fighter and all them good games. Even Soul Calibur, I don't know if you guys remember that one. Soul Calibur was dope.
You don't want to see me on 2, 3, or 4. I ain't played the others, but 2 through 4, you don't want to see me.
Hey, I'll take any challenge. For sure.
Calibur.
Yup.
That one was so tight. That one was cool.
I don't know where my blade at. I would have pulled my blade out. Chef, what you got?
I say probably the old undisputed Fight Night champion, bro, from the Xbox 360, bro. That had the cleanest boxing mechanics, and I'm not even trying to talk shit about the new game. That shit looks ass. That looks like it looks trash, bro. The new game, it does not look like it has smooth boxing mechanics at all. And I'm telling you, the old undisputed, bro, that's the best boxing mechanics in a boxing video game, in my opinion, hands down. Favorite game.
Hell yeah.
Fight Night Round 3 was pretty cool.
Yes, I was about to say that. Round 3, specifically Round 3, that
one was tight. I like that one. That one was a badass game.
And from the technical gameplay wise, yeah.
Death Jam, I think, was the fighting game with 50 Cent.
That was popular.
That one was fire too.
That was popular.
Oh, Def Jam Icon, that was.
Hey, but that Fight Night 3, I got 3 and 4, but 3 and Champions were the best. Those two right there.
That shit in real life any day, bro. I'm sick of that fool, bro. Isaac Frost, he can get it any day in the streets, bro. I hate Isaac Frost. I could never beat that boss fight forever, bro.
Damn.
And that shit was supposed to be easy, bro.
Shit.
I don't know who that is, but all right.
It's the final boss in the game, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Shout
like
out to Frost.
yeah, no.
It sounds like you hit some retry. You hit the retry button many times. It sounds like.
Man,
Oh, yeah.
I never gotten past the retry button, bro.
Come on, bro.
I'm being serious, bro.
Oh
You
man,
gotta
fuck
get it.
Frost.
You gotta get it.
I gave up.
It's one of those things where one day you'll just pick. You gotta just pick it up, go back, and you'll just be like, get it first try. And be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Got the secret magic now, bro. After 3.5
Yeah.
years.
You know. It's like, ooh. Have y'all like that game? What is it? Jump Force, where you can play from the different anime characters and shit. You ever played that one?
I've never got into it, but it looks dope.
The
It's
graphics
fun.
look good, but that's about it.
It's fun for the first like 30 minutes, and then after that, it's kind of like, and I keep trying to go back to it. I'm like, just I don't know. But it was cool at first. It's just cool that you can pick characters. It's weird. It's interesting.
They got people off the idea. Like the idea is good. Taking all the different anime stars and
The idea was pretty fire.
but if you can't execute it right, like yeah.
Yeah, they all gotta be like legit in their own world still, while connecting and interacting with the other ones.
Hey, y'all.
But it's gotta be
Chef's
fun.
gotta sign off here a second. I was wondering, can I give one last shout out before I get out of here, y'all?
Yeah, let's go. Your shoutouts.
Now's the
I'm
time.
dropping the banger one. This is the big one. I've been saving this to the last second, bro. I want to shout out my girl, bro. She's having my baby in March. I cannot wait.
Hey,
A little scared, a little nervous.
Congratulations.
Let's go.
Congratulations,
I'm a little too
bro.
young for it, but we're gonna make it work.
Hell yeah.
All I'm saying is get your rest now, bro. Get your rest now.
Yeah, bro. That's what they keep saying, bro. But
Because
I'm definitely dedicating this fight to this new little baby girl that's gonna be coming. So y'all gonna see some crazy shit.
Hell yeah.
The dad
right.
chef.
Thanks, man.
So much, bro.
Congratulations.
Great having
Thank
you,
you
brother.
guys. Hey, shout out Stockton, California too, baby. You know what it is, bro. You know where it is.
Let's go.
Thank you guys for having me, bro. You have a good night, y'all.
You too.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that's an outro right there.
Yeah,
Shit.
that was a big banger right there. That was cool.
Right. Let's hear it though, Broly. Where can we see you and meet you, man?
Hey, shit. Any time, anywhere. Usually at the events here at home. I like to interact with people. Shout out to my babe. Shout out to the block. Shout out to everybody who's watching this and supporting the movement. And I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of you guys, all the fans, everything. Thank you guys so much, and even Streetbeefs. Thank you guys for letting us come out there and do our thing. For sure.
Where can people find you on social?
On social media, on Instagram, it would be Flores Anwar ANUAR 320 at gmail.com, and then for YouTube, it'll be at Baby Broly 737. I just made a TikTok, so at Baby Broly, and I do have a Facebook, ANUAR Flores, my name. So you guys can definitely go subscribe, support. I'm trying to get money out this shit and do better things. I actually want to do a lot of things. I want to help out the community. I want to raise a lot of shit. I'm tired of seeing all this poverty. I'm tired of doing all that. So we're trying to lift up the world. So, and then I do have a couple buddies that do music, so I want to do other stuff like that too. So for sure, please subscribe, help us out, help us build up the community, because that's all we're trying to do for the future. That's what it is.
We all build each other up.
That's
Thanks.
right.
Hey, well, we appreciate you, man. It was a great conversation, dog.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me here. First time, second podcast. So thank you guys
Second.
so much. For sure. Thank you guys so much.
Peace.
No problem.
You guys have a good one.
Oh, killer show, man. Woo!
As always, man. As always. But shit, man, it ain't over yet, huh?
Not yet.
So I got to ask you, because I always everything I do with the podcast comes from a place of sports, right? My brain always works in sports. So with an artist, isn't it almost like, sure, my first contract was shit, but I'm playing for my second contract. I'm playing for like to get that generational wealth, because that first contract, you're new, they got you, they can give you whatever they want, plus you're learning the game.
I'm not mad at anybody that feels that way. I feel like a lot of, not even just artists, I think with a lot of shit, your first deal, your first whatever the hell it is, be the shittiest one, because you're still learning the situation, you're still learning the game. Once you learn more, that second one, you're gonna make sure it works for you. It may feel like it may look like it's a little less than the first contract, but it works out better for you than that first contract did.
What's up, everybody? It's Jay from Yankee and the Brit, bringing you some exciting news. King Palms and Yankee and the Brit are teaming up together to give you an amazing deal. Head over to kingpalm.com, use promo code KPYNB to save 20% off your entire order. That's right.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
So you'll find a reoccurring thing, which is pretty sweet. All these names have been brought up before. So we start off at the Scrapyard. We have this man, Chop. He was brought up once before because his skills are insane. This power that this man had puts people down, puts them away. And I'm telling you, so much so that I had to bring it right back, because there's a reason why when we see people first time and then when we bring them up again after they've had a few more fights, you need to go see the path that they laid out, which is perfect because in the West Coast, we actually have Hashira Mikey, who was not a fighter to watch yet, but we had on the show. And we had watched him having 2 fights in a day, I believe, Samke, right? For his first one. It was a boxing and an MMA, maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
Hey, it's all good. No, I caught you on the spot. Hey, no, no, but this man, let me tell you what, his most recent fight, he definitely put his name with a stamp in the sand. And I was like, holy shit. And that's when I was like, yeah, you got to be written down. I need everybody to see your name. Everybody has to come watch this fight. This man is a warrior. And I like to hear that little thump every time he hits somebody. And from the OG yard, we have this man, Q. You want to talk about strong. Continuously is a theme here. Like I said, when he hits people, you could tell they feel it. And almost every match he has either ends or he's put the opponent down the knees at least one time. And because of that, you need to watch his boxing matches. The man's got some skills, and I got to keep seeing him come back to put some more fights down. So those are your 3 fighters to watch.
It's fire, man. Yeah, Hashira Mikey's got a huge fight this weekend. Shout out to him versus Jesse Drax, Muay Thai. Can't wait. It's going to be guaranteed banger. Guaranteed.
I mean, it might just be
Fire. Sound Can the Fire 5. We're going to start things off at the OG yard. You see it. D versus Pause. D versus Pause. This is an MMA match. This is a classic bout, the striker versus the grappler. This was a very competitive fight. By both fighters, we saw great composure. And that's something you don't usually see when it's in a high stakes type of fight. Both of these guys had solid skills, piercing strikes, aggressive wrestling, everything you want to see. And we got a shocking finish at the end. Streetbeefs OG yard, D versus Pause. Streetbeefs Scrapyard, you see it. We back. T Pizzle versus Mr. Utah. We got another MMA match, and these two, man, they put on a show. This was an incredible effort, great determination by both warriors. We had a flurry of strikes all throughout the fight, heavy ground strikes as well, heavy ground attacks, and some huge takedowns, and all heart, all grit, all throughout this fight. Street Beef Scrapyard, T Pizzle versus Mr. Utah. Two-wee taking you to Street Beef's West Coast. Man, arguably fight of the day right here. Boxing title match right here. Knight Rider versus Broke Mark. These guys put on a show. 5-round war. 2 gang fighters. 2 styles clashing. And so much punch volume, like you don't know what to think. So many techniques used, and man, the crowd had so much high energy. The fighters had so much energy. This was just one of those classic West Coast bouts. Street Beefs West Coast, Knight Rider versus Broke Mark, fire fight. Taking you down south, Street Beefs Dirty South. You see it. This is a fight right here between Mindless Beast versus Silence. This is another MMA match, and you see the time, 2 minutes, 14 seconds. These guys didn't waste any time. This was a very aggressive start with a barrage of punches, and just like that, the tables turn, and we get a finish. Crazy. Street Beefs Dirty South. If you're trying to look the fight up, the title's right there on the screen. Mindless Beast versus Silence. And we're going to end things off at the Scrapyard tonight. Street Beef Scrapyard, Matteo versus Little Italy. This was a banger boxing match right here. And these guys were 2 formidable fighters. They put up a pretty competitive match. This was a boxer versus a puncher. And we saw the slips, we saw the counters, we saw the combinations, we saw the power shots as well. Everything you want to see for a great matchup, and a great test for both warriors. Street Beefs Scrapyard, Matteo versus Little Italy, Samke the Fire 5.
Fire! Straight fire. Every time, never disappoint.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A little slip and slide, you know what I'm saying? A little slip and slide. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that.
Damn, man. This is a fun time as always. I mean, killer gas, fire ass 5. I mean, shit. But
You know it, bro.
is it about that time where we have to wrap things up?
It's about that time, dog. About that time. Just want to give a shout out first and foremost to our guest, the chef. Great having you, bro. Baby Broly, thank you for coming back. Great having you. Everyone watching, please like and subscribe. Everyone watching, please go check out these fighters' fights, man. These guys have some great fights, and they're going to be giving us more great fights as well. Shout out to Street Beefs OG Yard, Scrap Yard, West Coast, and Dirty South. We do this for y'all. Shout out to Buddy V. Shout out to Jay. Can't do this without you guys. Everyone who's watching on the live chat, commenting, everyone watching us on replay, we appreciate y'all. We do this for y'all. And yeah, man, as y'all know, you trying to catch me, I'm here, same time, same place, every week. And Overtime Hustling, I appreciate y'all. Heart in the Fight, I appreciate y'all. Zwellworld.com, highly appreciate you. Where you can get the Cardio is Key shirt. Cardio is Key shirt. Cardio is Key shirt. Where you can get the One World, One Love, Deuces shirt. Deuces shirt. Deuces shirt. So, yeah, that's it for me, man.
Well, you know what it is? living example of you get punched in the face and get back up, because I am the modern day Aztec warrior. And you know, that's how we do. So Zwell_Buddy V for the Instagram, zwellworld.com. And you know, there's always gonna be more fun stuff coming up there. I always keep it nice and lively now. I remember that one point when I was telling everybody that upcoming week, after this week, and I've been telling y'all consistently this week, new stuff's coming out. This week's been popping, that week's been popping, and I got all sorts of fun things planned that you have to continue to see. And most of the time, you guys always hear it here first, and then I reshare it off on all my medias off of MMA Underground. So you get to hear it first here. That's why the best part is tuning in. And we wouldn't be able to do it without any of you guys. So thank you very much. I always have a blast. And it's still Tuesday, so the day's not quite over yet. Samke, thank you. I couldn't do it without you. We kill it every week. Jay, we gotta keep you on your toes, and you still got it. Dang, we gotta do better. And thank you all watching. We always ended in Jay's famous words with one world, one love, deuces.